What is that? Okay, we are live. And with the race as well. I hope. Give me a second. We should be rolling.
We talking English or Norwegian?
We're going for the English one, I guess. So, welcome everyone to Nordic eRacing. And now I don't have that chance to change. I'll fix that during the race.
It's round 8 of Nordic eRacing at Suzuka. Out of 10 rounds, so getting close to the end of the
It works.
championship.
Very nice. I know that things are not ideal. We're just gonna have the race start here now quickly, and then we will start to do some minor tweaks because my game is not ready for this. Really, I'm even on the wrong screen. So here we are. Green light. Let's see. We are on with Karsten into turn 1. It's looking to be a rather clean start, at least from the first 4 cars. Can't see any touching yet. All cars went through clean. I'm gonna see if this thing is set on correctly. It should be now. Here we go. Yeah, we can note that Anders took pole position in front of Vestergaard, and then in third place was Jensen. Lucas Weiss, which was leading the championship for a while, down in P5. We also have Oscar Sandberg in P16. I'm guessing he didn't qualify. At least he didn't do his best, because he was helping us setting up this live stream.
Yes.
So
he's gonna have an eventful race, trying to overtake as many as possible now.
yes, we're gonna have an eye out for Oscar, which should be starting to climb really quickly. The question is if he will be able to catch up with the front. I'm guessing he's not gonna be able to touch Anders, because unless Anders does any mistakes here, he should be running away with it. I don't have the timing screens up. I'm gonna try to fix that so we have the timings. Just give me one quick second. It should work with refreshing this now, and maybe yes, there we are. And then I'm just gonna do another quick fix on the HUD because we need to go back to 0. Oh, maybe that's the wrong way, so that you guys don't have this in your face. How is this looking? That's better. Okay. So, not the most eventful start, at least not from the front. So, what are your predictions today, Hedam? Will we? I forgot also to mention that in the booth with me, my name is Truls Solberg, and Hedda Rangsader is in the booth with me, and we will try to give you the best casting possible, even though it's our first time, or at least my first time.
Yeah, my first time was yesterday, so we're both kind of new to this, but we'll try our best.
Yeah, we also do not have all of the liveries, because we figured to do this last minute. So, apologies for all the good liveries made out there. We will try to get it till the next time.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a next time.
Most important thing is the racing.
Yes.
I guess.
Most important thing is the racing.
Also, I love Suzuka. I like how it's looking with the nice lights and yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good now. So we will just have to see. I'm not sure if the auto director even works right now. It hasn't crashed yet. But I can see that it's not even it's not registering the correct one. So we can have a look at Oscar and see how he's doing. He's now in P15. Means that he has cleared 1 of these.
2, because it's P14.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for me now to have the chat open, Hedda, so maybe you can have a eye up for...
AJ says that I'm very low, and Jan says he can only hear in-game sound when you are speaking.
can only hear in-game sound when I'm speaking.
Maybe
Okay.
set up our own output for the game, he says.
So you can only hear the sound when I'm speaking. Yes, that is because we have... Can you hear it now? As per usual, there is always some new stuff going on. You can hear me just fine. It's Hedda that's slow. I'll try to tune Hedda up a little bit. Try now, Hedda.
Hola! Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as usual, the streaming software was set up for a different type of mic. I have all my sound compressions on the hardware side, not the software. So now we should be able to listen in on the cars all the time. Let me know if there needs to be an adjustment with, for example, Hedda. Because she's really loud for me now, but again, usually it's a bit different. Or if you want me and Hedda to be lower in terms of compared to the
Cars. It's okay. Let's get on with the racing now.
a bit better.
A bit better.
That's good. We do like that. Yes, we are on board with Erik Fredriksen, which is in P12. It is a quite big group. Oscar, was that
you
Oscar
can see
on?
them fighting. Yeah, Oscar and
and I think I think he actually got past.
Yeah, I did.
Oscar passed.
Oscar is climbing his way up.
Yeah. Seems good now. All right. I'll then try to do this because I got deafened by how loud Hedda was. But yeah. You guys just let me know if it's working or not.
As we see, E. Fredriksen doing the best in silver class here. Only 3 silver class on the grid today.
Yes. And it's a obviously it's a night race, as you can see, but it's also a 1 hour race with a mandatory pit stop with tire change, I presume. I haven't read up on the rules quite for this race, but the general rule used to be in this league that you have to do tire change at some point.
That's true.
So we're now following Niklas Nielsen, which is in a big pack here, forming up. Oh, this is a fight for P16, I think, between Jesper and Fredrik Nielsen. Jesper taking that position into the hairpin.
Well done. I think that's fight for P15.
Yeah. And Kim Maibom, he used to be up in the top. He must have had either a bad race start or a bad qualifying for this. I used to be racing him in P5, P4, around there usually. I don't know how the Lambo is on this track though. There might be something around there, but then again, Jensen is all the way up in P3, so.
Yeah, it could be at unlucky qualifying or something.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. Sometimes.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? Bad qualifying means that you're stuck in traffic, and as you can see, this pack is just one big drag train now. Or
oh, as we see, good fighting back there.
Yeah, I think that was Oscar diving in on the inside of Fredriksen, and they're side by side through the S's. Fredriksen going a little bit loose there, but it seems okay. Both on track still. Oscar made the move stick, and he's already up into P13. Even though, Yeah, but he needs to get a move on if he wants to catch up to the front pack. There's a car off. That was Madsen in the 565 Lexus. Yes.
That's a free position for
That's
the
a free.
battle to be.
Yeah, that's a freebie for the rest of them. It's gonna be interesting now because you can see my bomb. He is he seems to have a little bit more pace than the Lexus and the Merc ahead. It also seems like the Mercedes of Pilsgård is now the bottleneck in this train.
Bottleneck.
He seems to be slowing down everyone, but as long as the Merc has the top end speed, none of them can really pass him because of the and Mybom can't do anything about the Lexus either because on straights he will have the slipstream, which is quite powerful in these cars. It is regular GT3 cars, which usually creates a lot of drag due to their size. I mean, this is also an interesting fight for P4. This is P13. P14, P13 fighting. That's actually Madsen pitting. That is
already. That's early into the race. It's only been 10 minutes.
Yeah. Who was that in the pits? That was Madsen, yeah. He went into the pits. That was the car that went off at the end of the SS. Could
have some damage he wants to repair.
Might have been damage, might have been dirty tires. And this is the same for Oscar now, as he's stuck behind Mybom through the SS. He's clearly faster because he's already catched up and he's sticking to his ass, you can say. And this might be an interesting fight, depending on how patient Oscar is.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're now on board with the... this is Nielsen behind Oscar. They are also in a close fight with
fighting with Fredriksson.
Yeah. Other than that...
There we see Thompson, which is fighting with Salo. There's some fights everywhere now. Maybe.
Yes. I am trying to tweak this system as well. If the sound is bad, you guys just let me know. And I'm trying to make the auto director not jump as much, because there are a few good fights going on that we really want to keep an eye on.
Yep.
Yeah, Amundsen. He seems to have a 5-second gap to Vestergaard already. And Vestergaard hasn't really shaken off Karsten Ferk, because he's around a second back. They should be having a little bit of the benefit of the slipstream. Lucas Weiss has overtaken Åby, and Jensen has dropped down to P6 without doing a pit stop. That means that he must have had any small issue on track.
Yeah.
Sounds fine, just need commentary. Well, we will try to give you the best commentary, of course. We're still on board with Jesper Thompson in the number 3 Lexus. He's being chased down by Salo, and he's also dropped back a little bit from Fredrik Nielsen. I think it's Fredrik. I can't remember exactly. But
right.
I think
the field is quite like packed up together.
Yeah, I think Oscar did not get the overtake done. It doesn't seem like he got the position.
He did. He was up in P10 and now
he's back in P12
for some reason.
They must have dropped back, which means that Yeah, I'm looking at the timesheets here, and Anders is flying with his best lap of a 201 flat. Or is that not the best lap? No, last lap. A 202 flat, 0.3 as his last lap. That is one of the fastest laps. He has set the overall fastest on a 2:0.1. That is quite quick. That is 1/10 away from the 59s.
Race pace.
Yes. On board with Salo now. He dropped a little bit back after the chicane because he was really close. Oscar went to pits. I think that's a good idea. I think that is a...
Yeah, to avoid the traffic and then just get in your lap times without having to be stuck behind cars and stuff.
It might be a really tactical decision to do the big undercut. The only problem with the big undercut is that we are now on Suzuka, which is known for its tire wear. And 45 minutes, it should be okay, but he will definitely feel that in the tires at the end. Because, yeah, Suzuka is known to shred tires. And as you can see...
In my opinion, the undercut is always stronger. Because you have free space in front of you, you can just get in the best lap times without having to think about other cars around you all the time.
Yeah.
Usually works.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely correct, AJ. I think Oscar had an incident with a My Bomb, which is known to fight hard. He's known to like the door-to-door racing, and I'm guessing maybe Oscar got bumped off the track, dropped down, and figured that instead of being stuck behind two Lexuses in a slipstream train, he just pitted early to get the major undercut done. And he seems to be out in clear air. He's now just 3 corners ahead of Amundsen, which is on the going into turn 1 now, and Oscar is just finishing up the S's. So he doesn't have a lot of space in terms of Anders actually catching him up again. But I'm guessing with Oscar's pace that shouldn't be a problem. So we will see.
Yeah. We will.
But this train that doesn't seem to be resolved is Pilsgaard ahead. He has been defending perfectly. Then you have the 2 Lexuses fighting it out, just a second behind Kim Maibom. It was Kim. And this is 4. This is actually the same 4 that has been sticking out together for a long time. Everyone from P8 to P11. It doesn't seem to be happening a lot. I don't think anyone has really switched places. Probably because the... oh, that was a big hit on the curb there from the Lamborghini. Great effects here today in the night.
Yeah.
Some of the cars really show some good flares.
They do. And I really love how the camera and the circuit is just so nice.
There's nothing quite like Suzuka in the dark. As we are now actually chase camming Nikolai Nielsen. Oh, and there is Fredriksen going a little bit wide. Maybe he's starting to feel the tires. These Lexuses aren't known for the tire wear. Or they are known for their tire wear, you can say. Not known for good tire wear.
They usually struggle a bit with the tires. More than in the other cars. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna try to...
As we see, this train of cars just stay the same all the time.
Yeah, I don't think there's much they can do. The Lamborghini is probably fast in the parts where the Merc is struggling, and the Merc usually has a good corner exit and a decent top-end speed, especially on these straights, because you can see the Lambo is taking the corners so much better, and he's probably gonna now slowly close in during the S's, and then he's gonna lose out after the Degners again. Because there's...
Oh, it looks like yeah, could be. It looks like Karsten is closing up on Westergaard.
Yeah, this is becoming a quite close fight now.
Right at the back of him.
Yes, and Karsten has done a... I think Westergaard did a mistake last lap. His last lap was a 2:02.3, while Karsten had a 2:01.7. That is 5/10.
Yeah, that could
Or
be
6
why it's
tenths
so
better.
close behind.
Yes.
Fighting for that P2 position.
And I'm thinking this Ferrari is starting to suffer with tires already, which is gonna be a problem for him because we are not even halfway. We've done 20 minutes out of 60, and you can see that he's clearly getting a little bit loose. And there's nothing worse than a Ferrari that are a little bit loose on the rear end.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's so scary.
Yeah. But then again, the aero wash on the Bentley down 130R is usually pretty bad as well. So
Yeah.
Karsten survived this one. We can see now on the exit if he's... you can see Karsten is taking a completely different line.
Yeah.
Now the
Yeah.
problem is, as it always is in Suzuka, there aren't...
Looks like he's closing up, though, on the straight.
Yeah, but it's not really a lot of places you can overtake. The only one is maybe into this corner if you have way better grip. But it seems like the Ferrari...
Yeah,
still...
it's not the best circuit to overtake. It's hard, actually.
You have to have
Maybe
a pretty...
into the 130R, like not in it, but on the straight before that. I think that's maybe the easiest place to overtake.
Yeah. And is Oscar struggling now, or did he actually pit behind? And did he came out behind Madsen? Because I don't see him closing the gap.
Didn't. I don't think he did. Is he struggling with something?
I'm not sure.
Could be.
I'll just have a little look on the time sheets there. So Oscar's last lap was a 2:01.9. His best lap is a 2:01.2. While Madsen did a 2:02.6 and his fastest is a 2:02.2. So Oscar is clearly catching. He's just not catching as fast as he might have expected or wanted. Hey there, Dami. A lot of turn 1 showing up today. I was hoping we were gonna get to ride on board with Karsten down the 130R, but as that is also a small disclosure. I'm trying out the new auto director. I think it's doing quite a good job so far during this broadcast, but the yeah, we don't really know how the settings work. But we are testing it out. I am tweaking.
A lot of one person.
It focuses a little bit on one person at a time. It focuses a lot of the regular TV cams, not so much on the onboards. I don't know how I would change that, but I am still trying. I'm testing it out a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, well, we can try this and see if it changes anything.
As it looks like P2, P3, P4 and P5 are close together when Anders is lapping fast. He actually has a 9 seconds gap down to P2, so if he doesn't get P1 today, it's bound to be some mistakes.
It definitely is. Kim Meinbaum then. The 563 Lamborghini. Still stuck in there. Oh, that was a near miss from Fredriksen. He just barely got out of the way. And Fredriksen has actually passed Nielsen now, so Nielsen must have made a mistake. It looked like Fredriksen was struggling more with the tires than Nielsen did, but I'm not so sure. It's also worth noting that the temperature in the track has dropped by a degree. And as the 998 has missed the solo. No! With the stop go 30 for speeding in pit lane.
Oh no, that's so unlucky.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
guess.
Now we're getting some more TV cams. This is better. Go through a 130R on board with the Lamborghini. He has to do a big lift there. And I see also dirt drops a little bit off the track on the outside before the corner. Not
Oh,
ideal.
and Fredriksen is close.
Yeah. As Kim
Oh.
Maibon actually pits. He goes for the pits. He doesn't want to have two Lexuses behind.
Maybe he thinks going to the pits is better than to take the fight. Maybe we'll lose time by fighting.
I can
So
definitely...
that could be a good choice.
Yeah, I can definitely change between the auto direct and the manual dummy.
We will see.
Yeah. But then tossing it into these races are some of the best ways to actually test this out. Because now we have a full track full of cars in a natural race development. As I see that there are 5 cars pitted, and we are approaching the halfway mark. Jensen and Oscar Madsen are some of the front runners that has pitted.
I'm curious to know what happened to Oscar, cause yeah, it's far behind.
Yeah.
He's closing in on Madsen now though, under a second behind. So that's something. Oh, now it's 4. Seems like he's struggling a lot.
It sure does. I have not remembered to turn off the notifications on Discord, so I'm so sorry about that. I'll see if I can permanently mute this for a while. Notifications for... Oh... There we are. Now. We are back, so sorry about that. Okay, Hedda. Predictions. On what lap will Anders pit?
I'm not sure if he... Maybe when he gets trouble with the tires or feel like they are worn out, he will pit to not lose too much time, or the over advantage he have over Westergaard in P2.
Yeah.
So I think probably maybe could be in 10 minutes, and then he will take a stint.
Because I'm guessing that he has both Vestergaard, Weiss, and Fark on his relative, and he can see their lap times. I'm also guessing that he has Oscar ahead of him, which isn't really gapping him that much. So...
It could also depend on if he ends up in traffic with the blue flag cars, the backmarkers. He decides to pit to not waste time on overtaking backmarkers.
Yeah, because this is the strategy, right? You have to keep the pace so you don't get undercut, which isn't a problem for him right now, since all of the front runners haven't pitted yet. He also has to be aware of possible traffic, which can be dangerous to pass, but not necessarily something you lose too much time on, but you can also lose a little bit. He can afford to lose a little bit because he has a 10-second lead, but then again, you won't pit. When you're leading by this much, you don't want to pit early. That's one of the bad decisions you can make. You can end up in traffic out of the pits, and you can also end up with not having any tires to defend with at the end.
But also, when he catches up the back markers, that will be traffic for him either way. So maybe it's better to pit then when he comes up to the back markers, and then hope for less traffic.
That is
out of the
true.
pits.
We see Eirik Fredriksen going into the pits.
Soon half of the field has pitted now.
Yeah, this we're approaching the pit window, so. Where did this go?
Makes sense though, because we're halfway in the race. 30 minutes to go. And here we see Anders. He's in a different league today. Leading with 10 seconds, and he only gapped after 2 laps. He was gapping so much faster.
Yes, he's really flying. He is, however, losing a little bit of time. He's now 6/10 off his best lap time. And he might be losing a little bit more through the 130R, which is one of the more tire-heavy corners here. And I'm not sure when he will pull the trigger, but I'm guessing it will be either this lap or the next. He likes to hit when he hit the halfway through mark.
Yeah, because if the 6/10 of his pace is because of struggling with tires,
yes,
he may pit sooner
that is
than
true.
catching up with back markers. But also, he doesn't really need to pit right away because he has that 10-second gap.
Yes, as we see, Madsen now being pressured heavily by Oscar. They're going through the S's, and that Lexus does not sound or it looks really good to drive through the S's. The Lexus is a funny machine. It's fast and straight. It doesn't necessarily seem as Oscar goes on the inside on the second Degner.
Oh, and it's
fast. That is a decisive move that Madsen does not enjoy. He's flashing.
Looks like he was flashing.
Yeah, he was flashing furiously. Not too happy there, Madsen. What can you do? When you leave the door open and Oscar goes for it, he usually does it with a big one. So, yeah, you can see that the Lexuses usually have their strength.
We see Hansen and Hilda going side by side, and looks like Hilda has the better run up here.
Yeah, Hilda has been pitting, so he has a new fresh set of tires. Hansen hasn't pitted yet. Probably struggling with the tires. Which means that these two are effectively in two different...
Not fighting for a position, yeah.
No, yeah. But then that doesn't mean that Jesper would have let him go easy, but I mean the tires in the difference in tire and pace. You can see now Fredriksen will also pass him, most likely because of the as I was trying to say, the Lexus's top end speed is really good. Its cornering abilities are more lacking.
Yeah, that was easy.
That was easy. That was way too easy. But then it also is strong in the rain. This machine.
Yeah, Lexus is known for strong.
We won't have any rain here today. I think it doesn't seem like it.
Weather forecast is sun and clouds.
Yes.
As it is now, so, or sun is gone, but
yeah, now we're basically waiting a little bit to see how the as we see Oscar behind there. I think that was a back marker, maybe let him go, or was that Nielsen that just thought that this is not my fight? Because he looked like Oscar just got let go there. That can also be a good strategy to when you know you have a fast car driver behind you, let him go and then follow him as much as you can, because then your pace usually matches his until you make a mistake or something, and you can also have the benefit of being in his slipstream. So even
not losing a lot of time fighting when you know it's faster.
Yeah, as we can see, Carsten here now against Lucas Weiss. This might be a spicy one. Lucas was leading the championship at least up until round 5. I'm gonna see if I can figure out the standings here. if you give me a second.
Yeah, and this is fight for position. Both has pitted and they are up in the front of the field, so this is a fight for position. This is something that Caution wants to get done.
So the latest information we have about the standings was after Kialami. That was round 3. So I'm guessing there is some big gaps missing. I'm gonna see if we can figure it out. Just let me know if something goes wrong with the stream or something.
Yeah, will do.
Okay, overall...
Oh.
So overall in the standings there is a big fight.
Oscar going almost side by side with Hansen here.
And this will be interesting. Will Hansen defend against Oscar, which is on new tires, or will he just let him go?
Maybe it looks like he let him go.
Yeah, it does.
It seemed like an easy overtake there.
At least he gave him space enough, and with the new tires, Oscar shouldn't have any problems with overtaking him.
Yeah.
Then back to the standings with a little bit of quiet times. I know we were focusing a lot on Jesper Hansen today, but he's being lapped quite heavily. So yeah, he's just a sitting duck at this point.
He should maybe pit now to get those fresh tires.
That would be ideal to make the pit stop.
Yeah, and he would also just lose time on having to let people by, or not let people by, but fighting with people from behind.
Yes.
So would be ideal to pit. Let's see if he does. And he does not.
You go for an... Oh, that was a Lexus off.
Oh.
That was the Lexus of Madsen.
That's unfortunate.
Question is his car okay? I guess we couldn't see.
No, not really.
Wasn't that 565? That was the car of Madsen. Just got a little bit sideways.
Now we can see only 2 haven't pitted. My bomb is in pits now, so the ones who's left is Pilsgård and Hansen yet to pit.
Yeah. And this will be interesting because Lucas Weiss is now in P4. He is leading the championship ahead of Anders Amundsen and Vestergaard, but he is leading with 8 points. And with Anders taking the win here, as it looks like he's doing, by full 8 seconds of Vestergaard, he will... I don't know how much points they get for each race.
Position, yeah. But as there's 2 races left after this, I think Anders will have a good
so there is
to be in the fight for the championship at least.
Yeah, so there's a 30 points for the win. There's 26 points for the second place and 24 points for the third place. So with this 6 points increase from Amundsen to Luca Weiss, Amundsen will actually be 2 points behind going into the next round. That will be Sandfort, which is in 14 days. And this has been quite a long season because the races are every fortnight or every 4th week. Well, I don't know what you say. At least every 14th day.
Every second week.
Yeah, every 14 days there is a race on Wednesdays. So they started out on Imola, and in 28 days they will finish at Snetterton after doing a full 10
rounds. As this is the 8th round, so It will be a close fight for the championship between Amundsen and Weiss.
I say it's fortnightly. Copy that.
Fortnightly.
Yeah. For us not native English men, that sounds weird. But I guess it's okay.
Englishman.
Not the typical Englishman now. So this is also one of the challenges with casting in English. It's not our native tongue, and we might get excited and looking for the words all the time.
Yeah. That's true, I can relate to that sometimes.
I have to say, Jesper Hansen has still not pitted. And he's now been passed by almost half the field. Or more than half the field, almost the whole field.
It's really weird he doesn't pit yet, because he just loses time by getting overtaken and then having all tires.
Yes. But this
So
is
I wonder what his game plan is.
this is also one of the things about this championship, the Nordic eRacing series. It's for everyone. There is not a top split or a lower split. It's one split with all the different type of driver qualities, which is something that makes this race and this series so interesting. Because this is mostly Danish, but some Swedish and some Norwegian, and also I think Finnish drivers driving here. As it is a Scandinavian league, but the pace difference is quite severe on some of these drivers, and that might be proven difficult with passing, and it's also especially then passing back markers, but also the lower end drivers might not even know that Suzuka is known to shred tires, so he might be out there wondering why he's sliding around. And then
Could be, but that's it's weird though that he doesn't think like, maybe I should pit for the new tires, and maybe the car will feel better.
yeah, but he might also be out there just having a great time,
It could be.
just drifting his Ferrari around.
Yeah.
As we can see, Luca Weiss now, he's closing, not really closing into he's actually really close to Vestergaard now. And this might be interesting, because if he now gets up to P2, which is, unless Anders drew a big mistake, and we will see here now, as they go 3 wide, will he be able to do the move?
We'll take it. Ooh! That was
Brakes late, they touch doors, and Luca Weiss gets pushed wide.
There's tag.
And that's some heavy door-to-door racing there. No one is off the track, and no one is mad at each other. So I'm guessing these guys will keep fighting.
This is good racing. This is
good racing,
we
yes.
love to see.
As we hope Salo gets out of the way, so maybe Karsten Fire can also join in on the action. Because making this a 3-way battle would definitely make it more spicy. There you can see the top end speed of the Lexus is quite big. And now he's really pushing the Ferrari to make mistakes. Taking different lines, saying that, hey, I have better grip, I have better pace than you. You should just get out of the way. Then again, Marcus is also fighting in the top here for the positions.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let him by, obviously, of course. As race drivers would never, if they don't have to.
Yeah, but let's see now. Will he be? Oh, yeah, that was good from Luca. There's a little bit of rubber banding as well here now. At least it seemed on the broadcast. But
as Marcus gets a bit loosey-goosey there.
Little bit loosey-goosey. We go on board. You can see now on the virtual mirror on top here that Luca Weiss is closing in. And he doesn't need to do much. He just needs to force Marcus off the track into 130R 4 times for him to get a drive-through. Or he needs to wait for him to make a mistake. But I'm also seeing that Luca Weiss is cutting the last chicane. He has done for some time now, pretty heavily. And that might also lead to a track warning. And if the viewers don't know what a track warning is when you go off the track and gain an advantage, the game gives you a track warning, and you can have 4 warnings or 3 warnings. On the 4th warning, you get a drive-through. It's a pretty harsh penalty for being off the track 4 times, but it's the same for everyone, so...
No.
But that is also something that might come into play now, as there is 16 minutes left of the race.
Could be. We don't have control over track limits for each car here, but...
No. Just waiting for him to go the sector line here, and then we will see that Vestergaard is only 13 seconds behind now. I think Anders had a bigger lead, and the track has dropped by 2 degrees since the pit stop. So it might actually end up with Anders struggling a little bit with tires.
That
and
could
then
be for everyone also.
Yeah, and then pressures in that regard. But it shouldn't be a matter of losing 13 seconds in 15 minutes.
No, I don't think so. That would be hard for Marcus or Weiss and Karsten too. Yeah.
As we start talking about it, car number 1, Hildal, gets a drive-through for track limits.
Oh yes, he does. First one to get the drive-through.
That is rough.
And as we also see Hansen in the pits now, finally.
Finally Hansen in the
15
pits.
minutes to go.
Well,
about time.
we have to give it to him. He had a plan. He had a plan to pit in 15 minutes, and he's stuck with it.
Yeah.
No matter the consequences. As we have Anders Amundsen here. Again, it's so much easier to say that name in Norwegian, I have to say.
Yeah, it is.
Erik
like, should I say
Fredriksen.
it with a Norwegian tone or with an English?
And these two have been battling out, as that is definitely a track warning for Fredriksen.
Oh.
But Nielsen and Fredriksen have been swapping positions the whole race.
Yeah, they have been fighting really well.
I don't know
throughout
if
the whole race.
I don't know if they're getting frustrated or if they are or if they're having fun.
I can imagine they're having an intense race, which is fun, but also, yeah.
Because this is the deal, right? They might get frustrated now and do something stupid with only 13 minutes left, or they might actually be enjoying this and don't really care where they end up. That is also some of the really not talked about aspect of sim racing. You don't really have an issue with going off track and hitting the wall in 200 kilometers an hour because you just press escape and go back to pits, or you drive the car back. But the so it makes for some weird, sometimes dangerous moves.
Yeah.
But it seems like these two guys are keeping their cool.
Looks like it. Professional.
Even though
he goes almost on the inside.
Yeah, Fredriksen had a better run in.
Though, but
he had a better braking into that corner. It doesn't seem like he had a better run. That is also something the Scandinavians seem to be liking or enjoying the Lexus. There's a lot of Lexuses on this track. We're mostly focused on the Lexus as well, as Fredriksen has a great run now. This might end up with them being side by side into a 130R. As he goes on the inside and thinks better of it and backs out.
Yeah.
That was.
He's patient.
Oh.
It's Fredriksen. What was that?
That finally we got it. That's the sorry for the headset users. That's the pit stop warning or it's a sound bug that usually happens on this track.
Okay.
Lexuses or Lexi? I don't know. I don't know if you say Lexuses or just multiple Lexis. Yeah, back to Lucas Weiss.
Still behind Mr. Westergaard.
This is also a Mexican standoff, and this recent battling seems to be... as he gets on the inside in the second Degner, the Ferrari had a bad entry and a bad exit, and Lucas Weiss has actually done it. He's ahead.
He did.
And now Karsten is really close. Wouldn't it be pronounced Lexaye? I don't know. We need to have a discussion about that after the broadcast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely something that Vestergaard had tried to prevent for a full 50 minutes. He couldn't hold on to it. Now it's interesting to see if Luca Weiss will instantly pull away or if he will...
Struggle by getting overtaken again.
yeah, or if Vestergaard can actually respond to this by
Yeah.
going directly on the attack again. But I see that Carsten is also closing in, so this might be a...
Yeah, it's close racing in the top of the field today.
yeah, it's really
Not
close.
with the unders, but 2, 3, and 4 here.
Yeah, the fight for second position is definitely on. And it's 10
Yeah, it
minutes
is.
left. As Carsten might... Oh, he thinks better of it. He was looking for the inside there. But this corner is so dangerous to send it. Especially knowing...
There's not a lot of place there.
Oh, that's the thing. This is also it's a super wide corner, but it's also a heavy. It's not a heavy braking zone. It's a big trail braking zone. So the car is really unstable, especially the big Bentley, into that corner. If you have your brake balance a little bit wrong and you push it and you use a little bit too much brake force, you actually end up sliding sideways. If your setup is a little bit off.
That's a back marker on the grass, I think.
Yeah, he was just that was Salo backing off, I think. Or it might
Backing
be...
off a bit too much to get on the grass, but...
yeah, as Carsten goes now side by side. Not enough to stay on the...
But it's close, though.
He's really close.
Could
As
maybe stick
Vestergaard
it.
does a
Oh!
mistake, he's go wide. And now...
It's so close, but yet so far.
now Carsten might actually be able to have the run down 130R. Or down into the... down the straight into 130R. If he gets a good exit here into Spoon. This is one of the corners
He's
that
like
the Bentley
halfway
usually
on the
love.
inside every corner here.
Yeah. So he gets a little bit loose. That's the like the corner. The Spoon is a really tricky one with the Bentley, especially on the exit, because you really want to get on power. But the Bentley is so easy to get us rear, like the rear stepping out of on you.
Yeah.
Aye, Mercedes and Mercedeses. That's true. P-score has dropped down from P8 though. He used to be ahead of the two Lexuses we are on. We're following now, Nikolai Nielsen and Fredriksen. Fredriksen has a good run here, but he's not looking for the inside. He's just staying back and hoping to get a run at him down the main straight.
And it looks like he has. No, maybe not.
I think that Nielsen gets helped by the Ferrari here with the slipstream, because he's not getting close enough. And this is the Mexican standoff with two cars of the same caliber. As we now are on board with the rear wing of Oscar Sandberg.
That's what a Mexican standoff is.
Well, not exactly, but the Mexican standoff is kind of when you're standing still, not getting any place, and that is basically what Fredriksen is doing now. He and Nielsen has the same pace in the car on the straight, so he can't really go anywhere.
Okay. Not familiar with that phrase, but you learn something new every day.
Yes, you do. I guess at least. Mexican standoffs and Taco Tuesdays at our place, yes. Is it Tuesday? No, it's gonna be Taco Wednesday.
Yeah. No taco yesterday. It was pizza.
It was... it was a old frozen pizza instead.
That's right.
This fight is really not going anywhere, and you can see the pace of Luca is already...
The caution is still close. I feel like he's trying to go for it when he can. He just waits for the perfect opportunity.
Yes.
And maybe if Westergaard does a mistake, he can stick with it. But it looked like it's hard, and Westergaard is defending. Of course, he wants that P3.
For the championship, he has to get that P3 if you want any chance of maybe winning. As you can see, Luca Weiss had more pace in the car. He's now gapped these two with 2.5 seconds, almost 2.6. Gotten a bit of a gap. That means also that Westergaard has lost his slipstream advantage over Karsten Ferk.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing here now that Westergaard is... He's
2 seconds.
Yeah, he's 8 points behind Amundsen in the championship.
Okay.
And he is 14 points behind Luca Weiss. Is that correct?
I wouldn't know.
No, he's 16 points off. And he's also dead even with Obi, which is now in P5. So you will get the points advantage against Obi. But then again, we have the two last races as Zandvoort and Snetterton. I don't know how the car is on Snetterton, but I'm guessing the Ferrari will be fine on Zandvoort. Snetterton will be a different story because of the curbs, possibly.
Yeah.
Yes, I could not make tacos last night because Hedda cannot drive a car with the mouse and keyboard. She's perfectly fine driving a car in the real life. She's perfectly fine driving the car in ACC and the simulator. But driving with a mouse and keyboard with a chase cam, she cannot do.
Apparently not.
As we see now, this is an interesting development. So now Fredriksen goes wide again. That is another warning for Fredriksen, most likely, and he must be coming close to the very known drive-through, as there is 4 minutes left. But you can.
Depends if he lifts or not, though.
No, I don't think he will avoid a drive-through there when because he didn't seem to lose any place. But you can see now Pilskor is behind, and he must have catched up quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
As we can see the timings on this, Pilskor is usually doing a 201.5, close to the low 201s, while both Fredriksen and Nielsen are running around in the 202s, low 202s and the high 201s. So Pilskor is definitely in this fight for P7. And I'm guessing if he can, he will take it.
Seems like Nielsen is pulling away a bit now, though.
Fredriksen might have done a small mistake. As we see Nielsen do a mistake, they're out of the second Degner.
Yeah, as they hope for the overtake, but they don't have a lot of time. With only 2.5 minutes left here at Suzuka.
Yes, and we are now... I saw Mr. Amundsen just crossing the line with a lead of how many seconds does he lead with now? I think he is...
We will see when these cross the finish line. When 19 seconds, wow.
He has a 19-second lead. This is interesting because Amundsen can actually now gamble on not taking the last lap. Because when he crossed the finish line, there were 2:01 left of the time. And he usually uses 2:01 on the lap. And he has a 19-second lead. We'll see if he goes for it or if he takes another lap, but that might also be risky. Like, it's usually not seen as a good thing when you slow down to just cross the line. But then again, why would you risk when you're leading that much? Why would you risk going another lap? Maybe losing it into 130R. Yeah.
So I wouldn't have to go another one, but
You see Kim Maibom against Jesper Hansen. This is a fight where usually Bybom is a lot faster. But he has been struggling today.
Yeah,
He has been struggling hard, qualifying into the top 5 or top 10, and now he's all the way down to P16, 17.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
As we see a blue flagged wave for Mr. Salo, and the two Lexuses are still fighting with the Merc just behind. This will be interesting now, with watching Amundsen. Will he slow down? No, he will go another lap. He did not have time. He has a 19-second lead, and there was 24 seconds left. He has to go another lap.
He has. So, yeah, final lap though of the race.
Let's see if there's any last-minute fights developing.
I feel like we have had fights today. Like 2 or 3 cars fighting for one position, but not actually getting the move done.
There's definitely been some fighting. There has been... I think we haven't seen anything more than fights. People with a gap of 0.8 to 0.3 through the whole lap. As we see this last time down the whole straight with Nicholas Nielsen and Fredriksen. They've gotten a little bit of a gap to Pilscore now, which might have used all his tires. Getting on, and as that's Salo on the off the track, giving position, giving the
out on the grass.
Yeah, when you're a blue marker, you don't really have to move all the way off the track, but you should give some space to the guys behind.
At least he's giving enough, I guess.
As we see Jesper Hansen being passed by Kim Maibom.
That's something you can be glad you have done on the last lap, gaining a position.
This fight ain't going anywhere, and Anders Amundsen now into the last chicane. He will be winning this with a 19 to 20 second lead over Luca Weiss. Flashing his lights as he crossed the line.
Well done by Amundsen. 20 seconds.
Well done indeed.
Back for Lucas.
His best lap of a 159.9. That is a quick lap on race pace.
It is, and you could know he has been doing great this race with this 20-second lap gap. I mean,
as we see Luca Weiss crossing the line here on the track map together with Marcus and Karsten, but we are following this lap. Will there be a last-minute lunge? Will he just send it into the last corner?
Oh, and he does almost.
He was trying to do it. Didn't give him room. Both missed the braking marker. How will this end up?
Braking so late there.
Both brake late. I don't know why we're seeing the inside of the car now. We don't need that. As they cross the line in P7, P8 and P9. Great racing. As we see a last minute fight here, or?
I think it was a back marker.
It's hard to see. No, it's just Anders Skidal on his way to the start finish.
That's right.
Well, a well done race by more or less everyone. Amundsen,
exceptionally race from Amundsen there.
A really good race. That's a world class pace on in that Aston Martin. Luca Weiss did a good job of catching up to Vestergaard and passing him. Fark has been staying in P4 the whole race. And yeah, what do you think, Ada?
Oh.
As people bump a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was exciting. It was a lot of fun. It seemed like it was hard for the people trying to overtake to really get to overtake.
Yeah.
So they were always close, like almost the whole race, but yeah, not getting to stick the overtake as they would love to, but yeah, interesting.
Definitely was. Gonna switch scene for a second, and I'm gonna drop into as we. Oh, the server jumped over. Okay, never mind. I was going to do a fancy little thing with the
Highlights.
with the highlights. Yeah, I couldn't do it. And but yeah, great race. A lot of action. Great being here with you, Hedda, in the booth, casting.
By Questrels.
I don't know if this. Well, we will see what the judges say after the broadcast. But for now, it was a good race. We tried to give you guys the best action. It's not always as easy. Maybe next time we will be a bit more prepared than actually just jumping in 10 minutes before. But on the base of what we knew, and I also would like to get the qualifying with us.
Yeah.
But we did not get that. So sorry for that. For the next race, we don't know when we will be broadcasting again. I'm hoping to do more broadcasting. Maybe take the next Exiled race, which is next Tuesday, and then the Sunfort race in Nordic eRacing, which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can't wait. Sunford is really, or I at least like that circuit. I feel like most of the people don't, but I like it a lot. So.
Yeah, and another good thing about next time, we will most likely be streaming on YouTube, as you say, Oscar. This race will be posted to YouTube with the broadcast after we're done here. So yeah, I think we're gonna just say thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
That was the wrong one. Sorry. Any last words, Hedda?
Oh, it's been fun. Looking forward to maybe do it another time.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. That's it.
That's it. All right. Thank you for having us, and we will see you on the next one.